Hello, my name is Sam Ogle and I am recording this video for my direct payment funding rate appeal. I was disappointed I was not allowed to attend the panel today. I am 16 years old and very experienced in presenting through my work in 3 of the Sunderland Youth Voice groups and through my own disability advocacy business. I hope to show to you today how having the right PA support has changed my life entirely. Up until the age of 16 and a half, I had never been provided with a PA. Before lockdown, I was assessed but no support was ever put in place. Together for Children could not find a PA, and neither could we. My case ended up being closed because we weren't accessing the support. Then lockdown happened, which halted everything. In September 2022, we made our own referral for support once more. I was extremely socially isolated and we needed support with my care needs at home. I was assessed and given a package of support. Together for Children passed us on to Penrose Trust, who put an advert out for a PA for me. The advert had no responses and Penrose even told us there was little chance of filling the role. As I turned 16, we needed to think of an alternative solution. Penrose wasn't working for us and Together for Children were not able to find the support identified in my assessment. In March 2023, we came across a recruitment company called LiveU, who specialise in finding PAs for people with complex physical disabilities. We met with them and immediately felt positive that they would be able to help us. We asked if Together for Children would use LiveU instead of Penrose Trust, since I had an ongoing unmet need. Finally, in September 2023, it was agreed we could use LiveU. The rate of pay needed to be increased, which took another 2 months, but finally, in November 2023, the job advert went out. LiveU received many applicants for the job. However, after their screening processes, they were not able to offer any an interview. One of the primary issues was that my PA must have English as their first language, so they can support me with my complex communication needs. In February 2024, Dan, the founder of LiveU, sent us an email. Having not found me a suitable PA, he was keen to rectify this for us as soon as possible. He decided that we needed to increase the rate of pay to be able to get better applicants. He removed most of their fee to be able to offer the rate of $15.50 per hour. This changed everything. We started getting people applying that actually met the criteria in the job description. It still took until June 2024 to get my first PA, Jack, in post, but it was worth it to find someone as amazing as him. Jack has been with me for only 3 months, but in that time, I have had a whole new world of opportunities opened up to me. I used to do everything with my parents. I have no proper friends, as they are all independent and doing their own thing now. Jack is like the big brother and best mate I never had. I feel safe with him, we have fun, he shares my love of sports, and he helps me with all of my personal care needs. He really understands me and makes so much effort to help me have the life I want. This is me presenting in June this year at the North East Youth Symposium. Jack is next to me. He had only been with me a couple of weeks and he was up on the stage, helping me with my technology and communication. It was a lot to put on him so early on, but he rose to the challenge. My mum would usually have been sat next to me, but instead she was in the audience taking this photo. This is me recording an interview for Sunderland Care and Support. I was giving my views on the new smart house and wheelchair services. Jack is next to me, supporting my communication, helping me use my iPhone to deliver my answers. My mum was in the background for the first time ever. This is me at an event in the summer with Newcastle Falcons Rugby Foundation. They have offered me to be part of the matchday team, called The Cast. The cast meet and greet the fans, do the ticketing and show them to their seats. They gave me and Jack a guided tour of the ground and told us about all the amazing opportunities I could get involved in. On Friday, Jack will be with me when I attend my first match day. He will be keeping me safe, supporting with my communication and personal care. If I didn't have Jack, I wouldn't be able to go. This is me at a football game about a month ago. I have been to hundreds of games in my life, as I am a huge fan. This was a very special day for me though. This was the first ever match I attended without my parents. In fact, it was the first time I went anywhere without one of my parents. At the age of 16, it was the first time I'd ever experienced this sort of independence and freedom. This is me on my first day of college last week. Jack was with me, helping me get ready on the morning, helping me in the taxi, chatting with me all the way there and back, and sharing my excitement. Thanks to Jack, the day went without a hitch, because he knows and understands my needs. When we got back, he helped me have nice soak in the bath and gave me my tea. Sadly, Jack can only do 2 days a week, as he is studying. College is nowhere near as good on the other days because I have to go to the Access Hub instead of having my freedom with Jack to go where I want. I haven't been able to recruit the other POF for the rest of the role because we couldn't offer the rate of pay we needed. We had lots of meetings with Livy to see how it could work, and, in the end, we have put in our own funds to be able to begin recruitment. To pay the rate of £15.50, the actual cost is £23 per hour because of the legal employment costs and agency fees. This is the rate that education and health are paying. We are £5,000 short just for this year for the hours agreed in my personal budget to be able to pay for my second PA. We can't afford this amount of money, especially as my course is 3 years long. I know that you have already decided that my budget should be enough, and I know it is a lot of money, but it doesn't cover the actual cost of what I need. I am worried that we get our second PA and we can't afford to keep him when our funds run out. The law states that the budget has to be sufficient to purchase the provision I am assessed as needing, even if it's more expensive than what some other young people receive. We all have different needs, and some people's support will cost less and some will cost more. Unfortunately, I have a very severe disability. I also have very high aspirations for what I can achieve and the right to develop independence and freedom. This means that my support needs to help me overcome so many barriers and challenges and is more expensive. I'm not prepared to sit at home and miss out on the life most young people my age take for granted. Things have taken so long already, and I still have to find another PA as amazing as Jack, which could take a while. Thank you for listening. Please consider my request to raise my direct payment rate to £23, as I believe there is evidence that this is what my support actually costs.